What's up, guys? Crazy Black 108 here, and I'm back with another video. And today, guys, I'm here to do a review of a shoe that I've had for a long time. That the B-roll you'll see for this video was shot over a year ago. But I decided not to release a review of it because, I was like, I was originally saying, I'll probably wait till they bring out the second Black Panther just because I want to talk about the shoe with, and tie it into something with like the film or something like that. But I didn't think I would be doing the video due to the passing of Chadwick. So yeah, guys, this is a review, like I said, I want to do for a while. This is the Adidas collaboration they did with Marvel back during Avengers Endgame. I believe it was during Endgame. These were on the Dame 5s. Adidas basketball and Adidas, teamed up, and they released this pack of shoes, and they did one for T'Challa himself for the Black Panther. And this shoe in this colorway is super dope. It's super nice, and I really, like a lot of the details in it. I obviously, as you see, still haven't worn them because I've been waiting to do the review. And a funny thing for you guys to know about when it comes to my collection, there are tons of shoes I can look at right on my wall right now that I want to wear, but I don't because I'm like, I gotta do a review on them. And you would think that would motivate me to do the review, and it should, but when life and other things come up, they just falls by the wayside. But I want to do this review as a way to honor Chadwick and to one, talk about the shoe, but also kind of talk about the impact I think that representation has in film and in media along while I did the review. So let's get the shoe review out of the way first. This shoe is super freaking dope. One of the things I love about it is that the purple that's mixed in here is meant to be like when he gets the kinetic energy that makes the suit. When he gets something hits the suit and it creates that energy, or the energy gets transferred into the suit, and so it creates a purple glow to it. So that's super dope, and how they implement that through the upper here. This like jacquard type of pattern on the toe box is also very neat because it just gives you that feel of like I could see T'Challa wearing this with the suit, which is pretty dope. The outsole, is like a herringbone traction pattern. I never played in a pair of the Dame 5s, but I've heard a lot of people seem to like them because they seem to be pretty stable of a shoe. It's just, I've never gotten around to playing them, even though I have two Dame 5s now. On the tongue here, you do have the little emblem right here of the Black Panther, which is pretty dope. On the and it's also like a leather piece on here too. It's very cool. Gives a nice, real premium touch to it. On the back side of that leather piece, it just says Adidas. When you look at the insole inside the shoe, all these Adidas Marvel collab shoes have an insole that says Adidas and Marvel right there on the insole, which is pretty neat. Just another little touch. My favorite thing though with this shoe is when you look at the other side, you also have the Dame logo there on the tongue. But on the back of the shoe, there's this heel tab that you can put your foot inside the shoe. You put them together, it says Wakanda Forever, which I think is just super freaking dope, man. Like, that has to be the coolest thing on this shoe. And I really find that super dope. There's also Geofit here in the ankle collar for the padding, which is good if you want to hooping them. Dame signatures here on the lateral side of the shoe, which is also nice. This TPU plate here is meant to keep containment for your foot because your foot sits kind of in this footbed. The midsole is a balanced midsole too, so in terms of like cushion, it's pretty nice. I know Balance is a cushion setup that some people either love it or hate it. I think Balance feels pretty nice. It feels pretty good in here. It doesn't feel as good as it did in the Rose 10s. But it's Balance can depend on on how they really inject it into the sole, how they make it. It's just kind of weird. It's a hit or miss thing. So every now and then I actually end up having to use that transition because something happens. And as you can see, my hair looks different, my face looks different, shirt's different, background's different. All these things are different because the file's been corrupted. And when I was going to edit this today to release this on Chadwick's birthday, found out that the second half of the file for their video was corrupted. So had to go through and refilm. And basically, you know, where we were leaving off at was that I was just talking about the Balanced Midsole in comparison to the Rose 10s. Not as bouncy as the Rose 10s in terms of feel, but again, it could maybe be a thing with break-in time, it'll feel different, but upon initial wear, they don't feel like that. But overall, the Damian Lillard 5s, or the Dame 5s, in this Black Panther colorway is super dope, man. I mean, I just love the way this shoe looks. I love this colorway is in the shoe, and I just think it's super dope and super awesome. And it's just one of my favorite things that came out of the Adidas Marvel collab a couple of years back now. But with all that being said, the main thing I want to kind of talk about was the impact that Chadwick Boseman has had on the industry, and also his impact just with the film Black Panther, specifically with this because of the shoe choice. And the thing is that, like, you know, in the black community, in the film industry, great black actors get told many different times, so they have many different opportunities where they're getting offered roles that aren't becoming of them. And what I mean by that is, becoming would be the wrong word to say, but to say that, you know, they're offered roles that, oh, you know, you could play the slave in this movie, or the freed slave in this movie, you know, and a lot of it kind of goes back to that, or it goes to playing bad stereotypes of black people. In all the articles you can read about Chadwick, and all the different things you can read about the way he was in terms of what roles he accepted, played into his filmography when you look at all the roles he had and why he had such, I'd say, one, prolific roles, but two, why, you know, we got to see such excellence out of him on the film industry side. When it came to him as a person, there's countless stories of just how kind-hearted of a person he is. And really, when you know that behind closed doors, he was fighting colon cancer, and he was fighting this battle, and still was living his life to the fullest every single day, and just going out there and being the best person he could be, doing things for others. It's just really crazy. And I'm trying not to get myself too emotional, because it you know, for myself, my father had been diagnosed with colon cancer. This is about back in 2018, and thankfully so, you know, he was blessed, and my family was blessed, and he was able to win that battle. But then, you know, you have moments like this, or this past, you know, a couple months ago, where, you know, someone like Chadwick passes from it, and you realize that not everyone's as lucky as your father is, not everyone's as blessed as your father is. And so, you know, for me, this kind of hits me on a level there as well, because I just remember the fear I had constantly of, like, losing my father, you know, and to know that, like, Chadwick was battling that, and every day he was still being the person he was, and he was also doing the roles he was. Black Panther is not an easy role to have, you know. It's just kind of mind-blowing. And the big thing I talked about at the beginning of the video originally was talking about representation in film. And I think, you know, I look at Black Panther, I look at movies like Spider-Verse, there is just something different. And I can't describe it to you unless you're from an unrepresented background in media, where there's something here that just hits you in such a profound way when the character on screen that you see going through something or going through some sort of experience looks the way you do. Mannerisms maybe are similar to yours. Family background and dynamic is maybe similar to yours. All those things are just such a powerful thing, and you don't know it. And this is the thing that I've been trying to explain to some of the white friends I have that potentially doubt the strength of it. You don't know it because you never knew what it was like to not see yourself on the screen. Not seeing yourself on the screen, you would maybe have this sort of feeling of difference. But I will say this much. I love all the Spider-Man movies for different reasons. I'm talking the Amazing Spider-Man films, talking the MCU films, I'm talking the Tobey Maguire films, and I'm also talking Spider-Verse. And for some reason, besides Spider-Verse arguably having the best story out of all, that's 3, 5, 7 films, out of like all 7 of those films, is that the fact that it's Miles and it's a black character, and to me, when you cut to him in his room listening to Sunflower, there's just something about that it's like you couldn't cut to Peter Parker doing the same thing, in my opinion, and it hit the same way. And that's the amazing thing about representation, and it's one of the reasons why it's so awesome that we got Black Panther and that we had Chadwick as Black Panther and as T'Challa, and that we really got to experience that. And it's just unfortunate, that we won't ever get to see him be in that role again, or any of the other fantastic roles he's had, whether it was Thurgood, Jackie Robinson. I haven't seen the latest film, the last film he did. It comes out maybe, I think it's in December, or the film he did with Spike Lee. I didn't see like the 21 Bridges either. I haven't seen that film yet myself. But like, he just is a great example of what it is to live your life to the fullest every day. And him and the film Black Panther, great testament to why representation matters. And forever be grateful to him for making that role his own, and just really being a great, just there's so many great things from that film and his performance that I could go on about it forever. And honestly, at this point, I'm just kind of rambling. But I really want to have this. This is how I originally ended the video, and not having it would have sucked for the purpose of it. And today would have been his birthday, and it's unfortunate that you're not here. And I wish that people would have been able to give you as much of your praise when you were alive. That's the thing that people always talk about. But I will say that I don't believe he didn't know that. People really did love him and love the roles he was in, and love his performance, and he really was just fantastic. So yeah, guys, happy birthday to Chadwick. We appreciate you. Rest up, King. Rest in power. And hope you guys enjoyed the review of the Dame 5s and this Black Panther colorway. I'll be seeing you guys soon for some more reviews. I promise you some of the Star Wars stuff. It looks like December is going to be the month for it, and along with some of the Rose review stuff. But yeah, this is a throwback review. So I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys around later. Peace. Have a great day, and Wakanda forever. Bye.